Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to use two new gel polishes. Altogether I think I've got 4, but I really wanted to use these two more specifically because they're so beautiful. This one's called Love Wins, and as you can see it's a very bright reddy pinky shade, and we also have this really nice vibrant purple, and this one's called Orchid Glam, and they are two new gel polishes from Madam Glam, one of their newer monthly releases, and I absolutely love the packaging. It's a bit of a shame. I don't know if they're gonna do it all the time, but if they are, then I absolutely love it. What is a shame basically is that I've got so many that I'd love them all to basically be in that packaging, so it would look so beautiful on display. So if they are changing it full time, then I am happy. It's just going to take some time to build up the collection again and then have it all on display, but oh boy would that look so beautiful. So we also have a white, as you saw at the beginning, and we also have this shimmery kind of is it silvery white shade. It's actually one that I've had for a very long time but never used for some reason, and today is finally the day I get to use it. That made me quite happy. So today's nail design is very simplistic. I really wanted to do something a little bit more simple, nothing too crazy, and I've seen all over my For You page, my Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. I've seen these nails where they've got flowers, they're top coated with this kind of French tip outline on top of them, and I just love the way they looked, and I just kept seeing them everywhere, and I thought, you know what, it's about time I give them a go. They are very simple designs. I feel like anybody can do them most likely, especially the flower part is really simple. All you need is a dotting tool, so we'll get to that part of the video in a moment. But as you saw at the moment, I've done 2 layers of white, and then I've only done 1 layer of the silvery shade. I guess kind of looking back, I kind of wish I did 2, but you definitely need at least 1 layer of white, because I tried to apply the silvery glittery gel polish on its own, and it's very kind of sheer, and it just doesn't have that kind of opacity, so you definitely need a white in the background, or if you're doing another color, then of course another layer of that color, but not on its own unless you're of course going for that vibe. So once I've got the 2 white layers and then 1 of that shimmer, it's all cured, and now it's time to do our flowers. So I am going to do only 2 colors. I feel like maybe you could do 3. I also feel like with my dotting tool, it was way too large. I wish I kind of did the flowers a little bit more petite looking. So when you see me obviously applying the flowers or creating the flowers, they kind of take up quite a large space on the nails. So looking back again, I wish I did them smaller, but I'm not mad at it in the moment. At the end of the video, you see the final results of it on my hand, and they look nice. I like them. But you know, you always look back and think, oh, I wish I did that differently, or I wish I did that differently. So if you're going to recreate them, or if you're going to do them, you know, for selling or anything, then maybe give that a go. Make them a little bit more smaller, maybe smaller, but more of them, who knows. But I think it will all look really cute. So I start off with the darker pinky shade. These gel polishes there, I believe they're Madam Glam's new formula. And please bear in mind, they need a 60-second in an LED lamp cure. Before it was 30 seconds, now they need 60 seconds. Again, I'm not sure if that's going forwards or if it's just for this collection because of the pigment and everything. Not too sure, but whenever you buy gel polishes, always make sure to check out the description, you know, the instructions for that product to make sure that you're curing it for the right amount of time, especially if you're obviously selling anything, or I mean, I guess always take a look, because whether you're selling or not, you don't want to end up having, you know, allergies or anything develop because of uncured gels or any kind of, you know, nasties on your nails. So I'm on the thumb now. I'm finishing up the flowers, or first set of flowers anyways. Once I'm happy with those pinky shades, I then pop it into the lamp for a cure, because then we're going to crack on with our purple flowers, which is basically the exact same step that we've just done. But I wanted to cure it because on some nails I overlapped the flowers and on some I didn't, so I needed to make sure that the pink is all nice and cured and ready to go. And because I'm using a dotting tool and I'm applying quite a large amount of gel polish, so I'm not being too thin with it because I'm trying to maintain the opacity, I didn't have to go in and do another coat. But if you do have a much more sheer gel polish that you're using, then doing another coat won't be a problem. It might be a little bit harder to get in the right areas, so you might end up having to whip out your nail art brush or something. But with Madame Glam gel polishes, most of them are super opaque, super creamy and nice to work with. So majority of the time when I have to do designs like this, I don't actually have to do a second layer, which is nice. It's you know, it's not time consuming. I get to save on time, especially if you've got clients or press on nails orders and stuff like that to do. I feel like it's just very important to invest in your products, because you might think it's expensive at the moment, but actually in the long term you're saving, you're able to maybe get more sets in or do more clients in and make more money that way. Whereas if you were to get some really cheap gel polishes, it might, you know, just take you longer to do and therefore less time to do more sets or whatever it is that you're doing. And yeah, just and also it also just is so much nicer to work with better quality products. I've done my fair share of time working with cheaper products and stuff when I was first starting out, and it's nice to see your progression. And when you try out these nicer brands, you really appreciate how well and nice they are to work with. So if you've never tried Madame Glam before, definitely give them a shout. Try them out. They are really nice, and I just love them. Love. So I'm just about finishing up on that final purple flower on the thumb. They've all gone onto the lamp, and now almost final touches for the flowers. So of course the flowers need little centers, so I'm going to switch out the colours. So the purple ones are going to have a pink centre, and obviously the pink ones are going to have the purple centre. So we're just going to flip it around. If you wanted to jazz them up a little bit more, maybe it would be nice to pop a crystal in the centre of those flowers, or maybe some caviar beads, or even maybe some crystals right at the top of each nail later on once it's all nice and done. But I really wanted to keep it simple. I do a lot of very busy, crazy sets on my channel. Not always ones that people maybe want to or can recreate. I feel like this one is quite easy, recreatable. You can just switch out the colors, whatever it is that you're kind of wanting. And also with this set, it's really nice because you get to use a shimmer in the background, which I've noticed a lot of people do with these sets, and I just have so many shimmers and I don't get to use them, just like the one today, and it was really nice to finally be able to use them. I always struggle to include them, or I just forget about them. I know I brought a couple of shimmery glittery gel polishes for stamping purposes, so I wanted to use them as backgrounds to then stamp on top, but I just haven't yet got around to trying it out. I've seen others do it on YouTube and stuff, especially if you watch Talia. I feel like she always has a nice glittery background with some stamping and stuff on top of it, so she inspired me to try it out. So I got the gel polishes, I just haven't had a chance to try it out, so today is quite nice to get that involved. Right now I'm top coating them all with a matte top coat. You could do glossy, but we're going to do some nail art gels on top, which is going to cure tack free and glossy, so you kind of want that little dimension thing going on. Here it is. So I am using my Madame Glam white nail art gel, and it's super amazing. I love nail art gels. In the past I was using glitter bells, and this was really good too. I don't have too much bad to say about it. I would still buy it again. It's really nice. But on top of matte top coats on specific ones, so I noticed that it would start separating as I'm working with it on top of the matte top coat. So it was very weird, and I switched out to Madame Glam and it doesn't do it. So I prefer using it now when it comes to these kind of detailed artworks. Usually if you got the Glitter Bells Unbelievable gel, I don't know, I got it quite early when they first came out with them, so maybe I've got like an old formula or something, but if you've still got it and the same thing happens, you just have to be very quick with it and then pop it into the lamp. It cures fully, it stays in place. It's just, you can't leave it for too long because it just kind of starts becoming oily and separating and just not really ideal. But as you can see here, I am freehanding a small line, and trust me, I might be making it look like it was simple. This bit was a little bit tricky. It took some wiping, it took some trying, so it might look like I've just, perfected each one as, first try, but it really wasn't. Some of them I did, maybe the pinky, I think, but some had to have a bit of a wipe here and there, a little, correction and stuff, which is probably why I'm, for example, right now off camera fixing it up and stuff. So don't pressure yourself too much about getting it perfect. Just try and envision the line and do your best, and then any little bad stuff that might happen, you just want to wipe it away and then retry. So you can literally try out as many times as you want. And if you are having issues, you can always stamp a smile line if you have that, or I know there's some stickers with smile lines. I feel like there's all sorts out there that could help you get the perfect, or at least close to perfect smile line out there, and to make you guys happy with what you've done. Once that's done, I'll pop it into the lamp for a cure, and that's the whole set done, guys. Very simple, very easy. Here it is on my hand. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'd love to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.